All right, let's talk about a term that gets thrown around all the time in the tech world: quality assurance, or just QA. We're going to peel back the curtain and really demystify what it is and why it's pretty much the secret ingredient behind all the software you actually enjoy using. Okay, let's get into it.
So, right off the bat, let's tackle the big one, the question you're probably already thinking. When you hear QA, do you just imagine someone sitting in a dark room endlessly clicking buttons trying to break an app? Is it really just a fancy name for bug hunting?
Well, here's the twist. The real goal of quality assurance isn't just to find bugs after they're already in the system. It's about creating a process so solid that it prevents most of those bugs from ever even being born. It's a total mindset shift from just detecting problems to actually preventing them.
Now, to really get our heads around that, we first have to agree on what quality even is. I mean, we use that word all the time, but in the software world, it means something very specific. And trust me, it's way more than just a product not having errors. On a technical level, yeah, quality is pretty straightforward. It's basically how well a piece of software does what it was supposed to do. Does it check all the boxes on the feature list? Does it actually meet your expectations as a user? If the save button saves, that's a good start. That's the baseline. But here's where it gets way more interesting. Quality is also about the value it delivers. I mean, think about it. An app could be totally bug-free, but if it's confusing, slow, or just plain useless, does it have quality? Of course not. Real quality is about delivering a reliable, valuable experience that you can actually trust. And this idea brings us to the star of our show, the QA process. This is the whole strategy for hitting that high bar of quality we just defined. And the core principle is simple. You have to build quality in from the very beginning, not just try to inspect it on at the end. So here's the key takeaway. Quality assurance is a systematic process. It's not a single step or a final checkoff. It's a whole set of activities that are woven into the entire development lifecycle, from the very first brainstorm session all the way to the release and beyond. If you want to understand the DNA of QA, just think of it like this. First, it's all about prevention, improving the way things are made so that mistakes don't happen. It's also super process-focused, looking at the entire assembly line, not just the final car. It's driven by standards, so everyone's on the same page. And finally, it's about constantly getting better, using data to improve over time. So what are QA folks actually doing all day? Well, they're busy doing things like defining the quality standards for a project, running audits to make sure those standards are being followed, managing all the documentation, training the team, and analyzing data to see where things can be improved. They're basically the architects of the entire quality system. And this brings us right back to where we started. QA is process-oriented and preventative. It's about making sure the process is right, like creating a checklist for developers to follow. Testing, on the other hand, is product-oriented and detective. It's about finding bugs in the actual product, like hunting for crashes. So you see, testing is a hugely important part of QA, but it is not the whole shebang. Okay, now that we get the process, let's talk about what quality is actually made of. It's not just one single thing. It's more like a delicate balance of several different aspects, and we can think of them as the 7 pillars of any great software product.
This diagram is the perfect map. You can see software quality right there in the middle, and it's being held up by these 7 essential dimensions. We're going to quickly break down each one.
First up, functionality. This is the absolute foundation. Does the software do the thing it claims to do? Does it fulfill its purpose effectively and accurately? It's the most basic question you can ask. Next up is reliability. And really, this all comes down to trust. Does the app work consistently every single time? Or are you always holding your breath hoping it won't crash? A reliable product is one you can just depend on. Then there's usability. This is that feel factor. Is it easy to use? Is it intuitive? You shouldn't need a giant instruction manual to figure it out, right? A high-quality product just feels natural to use. Performance is next. And oh boy, is this one huge. Is the software fast and snappy, or is it slow and sluggish? Performance also covers how well it manages things like your phone's battery life or your data plan. Nobody likes a resource hog. And of course, we have security. In today's world, this is just completely non-negotiable. Can the software protect itself? And more importantly, can it protect your private data from threats? Now for a pillar that happens behind the scenes, maintainability. This is all about how easy it is for the developers to go in and fix bugs, add new features, or just improve the software down the road. Good maintainability ensures a product can have a long and healthy life.
And finally, testability. This one kind of brings us full circle. How easy is the software to actually test? If it's built in a way that makes finding and isolating bugs efficient, you can bet the overall quality of the final product will be much, much higher.
Okay, so after running through all of that, let's zoom out for a second. Why do companies invest so much time, money, and effort into all this? What's the real bottom line benefit of getting quality right? Well, here's the payoff. When you nail quality, you get happy customers. It's that simple. People love using things that just work. It also helps you dodge huge risks. We're talking financial losses, security nightmares, or a damaged reputation. Ultimately, it's all about creating the best possible product that delivers real value to everyone. And that brings me to a final thought for you. Think about the apps you use every single day. What's one that you feel has genuinely great quality? And now that you know them, which of those 7 dimensions is the reason you feel that way? Is it the reliability, the performance, the usability? Answering that for yourself is the best way to see quality assurance not as some technical jargon, but as a real, tangible experience. Thanks for tuning in.